People, how we doing today? Hope you're well. We are getting excited, getting pumped for the new My Hero Academia game that's coming out. It's coming out in, I believe, well, it's already out technically, depending on who you're asking. If you're asking Japan, they're already playing the game. If you're asking us in the States, the lowly States, yeah, we still got a whole day to wait. So, yeah, a little salty about that. But I mean, hey, it is what it is. That's just, location and whatnot. But the good news is that it's coming soon. It's the third installment of the series, and I'm excited. I've purposely kept myself away from most of it. I've seen a little bit here and there, but I've tried to stay away just because sometimes you want to just be excited for it and not know everything. It's kind of like when you're watching a movie and you already know that you've seen all the trailers, you've seen all the action, you pretty much know what the movie's going to be about. It kind of kills the excitement sometimes. So with this one being the last installment, I just wanted to kind of do a one thing where I don't touch it, I don't look at it, knew a little bit here and there, but tried to stay far away from it. I watched the series, throughout my teens, and I love this show. So, without yapping too much, we're gonna watch the trailers, all the trailers that they have. Some of them might have the same content, so if so, we'll skip around. But yeah. I wanted to, see how this looks. But yeah, let's take a look without further ado. Now, I am going to put a stop to this music real quick. I'm hoping it's not too loud. So that way we can watch these trailers. Actually, real quick, let me check that real quick. Make sure that's not too loud for y'all, because I know how YouTube be sometimes. Let's see. Now, I go on YouTube and I can already see people are crazy about this show, so that way we can watch these trailers. Actually, so I'm like, let me check that. Okay, lovely. Make sure that's not too loud for y'all, because I know how YouTube be sometimes. Let's take a look without further ado. Now I am gonna, too loud, so that way we can watch these. All right, Gucci. No, we're fine. So let's take a look here and see.
This inner flame will pass to the next generation. And that generation will entrust it to the next. This fire will continue to burn into the future.
Yeah, no, I love
Come on
one thing.
Now. Everyone's waiting for you. Let's make sure they know we are here!
Take this! We'll blast through to your main body!
I love that kind of movement. That's super cool.
Because of you, I'm the person I've always wanted to be!
I'm not losing sight of you! We haven't been able to talk about love and romance yet!
The cutscenes, the voice lines.
He's badly injured. I've got to defeat him. Right, Izuku? I also can't pretend I didn't see you crying in there! Shut up, you insignificant pest! I'm going to stop you! Second gear! Third gear!
I know I've seen this before, and obviously these are like, the ultimate moments, but it looks really well done. I'm getting goosebumps, like legit goosebumps. I'm excited. I mean, I know I just saw like the briefest little skip here, but
We've
like
known each other long enough, and you should know.
Oh, I forget. Yes. Okay, yeah, that was a good. I remember watching this, but like watching it again, I'm like, okay, yeah, I see it. But now, like, need more. Let's go. I actually really like hearing
Hello everyone.
what
配信をご覧の皆様こんにちは。僕のヒーローアカデミア
producer
オ
ends up
ールズ
saying.
ジャステ
I
ィ
like
ス
to
の
know
プロ
their
デューサー
intentions.
宮崎青葉です。本日ようやく皆様にゲームのお披露目ができて本当に嬉しいです。本作は
She sounds
僕の
really
ヒーローア
proud.
カデミアの最新
Like
家
in a
庭
good
用
way,
ゲーム
like
で
I am proud
物
of
語
this.
のクライマックスである最終決戦をコン
The
セプトにし
climax
た
of the original.
対戦アクションゲ
Exactly.
ームとな
Like
ります。
we're here.
本作ではこれまで僕のヒーローアカデミアのゲームをプレイしていただいた皆様にはもちろん、ア
Okay,
ニメ
I
を
can
熱
see
心にご
it.
覧に
So
なって
they're
いる
trying to
皆
deliver
様に
something
も
new,
新
which
たな
is why
楽
they
しみをお
changed
届
the
けでき
game
るよう
formula.
物
If
語
you
の
want
クライマッ
the
クスである最終決戦をゲーム
recreating
なら
the
で
final battle with gameplay elements that let players immerse themselves further into the conflict and climax of the story. Okay, so we might do
は
like
な演
inputs
出
in the
で
middle of
より
scenes. That's
深
kind
く
of cool.
没入できるように再現することにこだわりました。現在アニメファイナルシーズンの制作と並行して
Okay,
ゲ
yeah,
ームの
they
開
did,
発を
yeah.
進めております。
which was nice.
アニメ
I
とは
like the
異
fact
な
that they
る
did it
表
at the
現
same time
ゲームなら
as
で
the
はの視点か
anime.
ら最終
Players will be able to experience a game exclusive take on the final battle different from the anime. Noted.
決戦を体験いただけます。アニメの素晴らしいビジュアルを最大限に生かした綺麗なグラフィックで迫力ある最終決戦をゲームで体験してください。
That's cool.
本
No,
作には
I'm all
ア
for
ニメに
different.
登場
Like
する
different's
数
cool.
多
It
く
doesn't have
の
to
キ
be
ャラ
one
クター
for
を実
one.
装しています。
Unless it's like
最終決戦で
that
活
big.
躍した人気キャラクターたちが
Take your role in the battle, are joining the fight, and you'll even able to use their new techniques and
戦
forms
し
from the final
あ
battle.
の
I
時見せた
love
新
that
技
they did
や
that.
新形態も使用可能
And
に
I
な
think
り
that's
ます。
probably one of the reasons
さ
why
ら
they
に
did
ヒロア
it
カ
in
家
this
庭
way
用
and
ゲームで
where
は初と
they
な
have
る
a rising
遊
now.
泳高校1年 A 組生徒が全員登場することも魅力の一つです。各キャラクターユニークの個性を
It
忠
is
実
cool that
に
they were
再
able
現し
to
たバ
add
トルをお楽しみ
everyone
ください。
from 1A.
バトルシステムはアニメファンもゲームファンもどなたでも爽快な個性アクションをお楽しみいただけるように設計されています。本作のバトルでは最大3人のチームを組むことができ、キャラクターチェンジを行いながらコンボをつないでいく
That's what I want to figure out.
3対
Like
3
I
のコンビネーションバトルを楽し
I
む
need
こ
a
とができます。
zoner,
また
like a brawler,
ラ
and
イジング
someone
と
in
いうシステム
between.
によりキャラ
You
ク
would
ターを
boost the
大
powers
幅
of
に
the
パワーアップ
characters
す
by
ること
unleashing
が
their
可
full
能です。
potential. Yep.
バトルシス
Okay.
テムに関する詳細は今後の情報にご期待ください。本日は最新作僕のヒーローアカデミアオールズ・ジャスティスの魅力のほんの
Oh,
一部を
that's
ご
right.
紹
You
介
know
いた
what?
しました。
I meant to not do that
これ
because
ま
it's
で
gonna look funny.
僕の
My
ヒー
bad.
ローアカデミアのゲームをプレイしていただいた皆様はもちろんアニメを熱心にご覧になっている皆様にもさらに満足いただけるようなさまざまな要素を多数盛り込んでおりますのでぜひお楽しみください。プレイステーション、Xbox、Steam にてぜひウィッシュリストの登録もよろしくお願いいたします。
Okay, alright. No, you know.
This inner flame will pass.
Alright, so I think I saw this battle system
I fight
trailer.
for everyone! But still, I also can't pretend I didn't see you crying in there!
With the greatest roster of heroes and villains to ever clash. Are you ready for one last smash?
To protect
That
everyone!
just sounds so funny.
I can do it now!
Okay, let's go.
Let's go all out!
So
Enter the
basics.
fray in teams of 3. Victory is achieved when you eliminate all 3 members
Different
of the
health bars.
opposing team. Freely switch between characters. Strategic character switching can counter your opponents and create
Okay,
new
so that's kind of like
opportunities
the
for you.
invincible move attack where you
Time
can
your
just
switch
like, oh, I
commands
switched characters, so
correctly
you don't
during
have to
attack
hit me.
combos
Yeah,
to
a lot of
seamlessly
games do
swap
that.
characters and continue the assault. Switching characters while guarding can be a highly effective tactic to turn defense into offense.
Okay, yep.
With normal
so
controls,
I'll beat
even
them up for a
beginners
block,
can
thinking
pull
like
off
I'm not doing
impressive
anything, and then I'll
combos
swap out.
with simplified controls.
Destroy everything.
Simplified
That's
controls,
all.
okay.
Master the 4 core actions: target combo, counterattack, guard, and unblockable attack to
Okay.
dominate the battlefield.
Yeah, so I mean, they're not too crazy from the
Combat
original
is a
system.
battle of wits, quirks, and timing.
And you gotta
Outsmart
use it in
your
a
opponent
cycle.
and target openings to unleash devastating combos.
Going between.
If your opponent gets
Okay.
the upper hand, use evade action or counter crash to escape from danger.
Burn down to the very bones!
That's like
You
kinda
can't stop
scary.
this! Ah!
That shit is nice.
Experience a diverse range of quirk skills only possible in My Hero Academia.
I'm gonna try
Mix and match
in this
your team's
game.
3 quirks
Like,
to
it's
find
funny 'cause-
synergies and add depth to your tactics and
Okay,
strategies.
so some people will have better
Unleash
comps than
the
others
devastating
together. I
power
love
of
that.
Plus Ultra moves.
One of my favorite
if you
things
coordinate
is
your
being
abilities,
able to mix
you
up
can unleash a collaborative Plus Ultra combo
different
with all
kinds
3
of,
characters.
characters
Forge a
to be able to
devastating
create a
technique
certain
where
kind of
quirks
synergy.
collide, guaranteeing massive damage.
People are gonna create
We'll
some
blast
crazy
through to
comps.
your main body! Come on, guys!
Fill your gauge to activate a character enhancement, rising during battle. While active, your attack power, movement speed, and recovery speed are all enhanced for you to gain momentum. Plus,
Yeah.
if you're down to your last character, you'll automatically start in rising state.
So like I was saying,
It's the ultimate card
I'm gonna
for
try to
turning the
get out
tables
of
when you're
my
cornered,
biases
allowing you to
of
snatch victory
mainly
from the
playing
brink of
characters that I
defeat.
like.
All the
Sometimes I'll
power
really
you've
avoid
built
characters
up,
like this,
all
like-
the justice
and
you
I'd like to
hold,
get out of that because
everything is
sometimes I feel like it
finally
limits
here.
who I play.
Experience the true potential of each
well, no,
character's
yeah,
quirk
got it.
in its final
But,
form.
You're not going anywhere.
You know,
I'll fill you full of holes!
the fact that he had
Whatever
that
it takes.
technique kind of makes me
I
play
won't
him
let
a little bit.
anyone be hurt again! Smash!
My Hero Academia. All's justice. Wish list now.
All right, yeah, we got that shit pre-ordered. Let's go.
I'm still nothing compared to All Might.
All's
Bit by bit,
justice.
step by step,
Like All Might
until I
justice?
become the
I mean,
greatest
no, I know
hero.
it's everyone's, but it sounds. Yeah, everybody was freaking out when they heard that you could do this. Now, honestly, I thought it was really
The
cool,
whole
too.
town is a training ground. You can really feel the scale of UA.
It's nice to see.
So, the students of UA graciously became my beta testers!
Is that all right?
Got
I
it.
feel like
I
I'd like
won't
to be
hold
back
back.
in the boat.
You can use the information you gather from people you talk to in order to find the Nomu's location and get a better understanding of what it's doing.
You need self-defense skills.
I see. I have to work a lot harder than the others.
In service of others,
Dirty boy.
their existence is forgiven. Let's see if
Fighting
you're
stage is
worthy.
cool.
We will fight,
I wanna see how
and we
it
will
works.
win.
I'll shoulder the burden.
Like Aizawa and
Surpass
Storino
them.
team, it's
So
gonna
I
be
can
really,
do for now.
really
Counting on
annoying.
you.
And you have like
Plus,
one more person that can stun you and really do a lot of damage. And while they between those three can do so much.
What's up? It's a dog-eat-dog world. Which dog are you?
I
refuse to let you
Ooh,
have your
there
way.
it goes. That's
I'll
genius.
seize
Yeah, I
it.
think I'm really gonna
What's the
enjoy
point of
playing
restoring this fake society?
So, hero, what do you want to do to me?
You will never amount to anything in this
You
world!
were crying back there!
keep cursing the weakness inside of you.
Wounded heroes really are the most frightening animals.
Not once in my entire life
Your fight is over.
have I gone into battle expecting to lose.
I won't allow you to hurt anybody else.
You know, that's actually so different from how Ichigo does it, where he's like, I don't even care if you're stronger. All Might's like, no, I never thought I was gonna lose to this. It's funny.
I fight forever.
Let's see what this is. This is like 12 minutes. I'm curious.
I'm still nothing compared to All Might. Bit by bit, step by
I think I'm
step,
starting to get
until I
just
become the greatest hero.
what it look like. I'm gonna probably watch a review after these trailers to kind of get a sense of what people
The whole
are feeling.
town is a
Granted,
training ground.
I'd like to
You
make
can
my
really
own
feel the
opinion, which is
scale
why
of UA.
I'm playing the game myself.
So, the students
But,
of UA graciously became my
I know
beta
some people got the
testers!
game early.
Is that
so,
all right?
Got it.
Heads up,
I
so
won't
it's
hold
good.
back.
You can use the information you
I
gather
had the
from
day
people
off
you
on the
talk
6th,
to
so
in
I
order to
should
find the Nomu's
playing
location and get a better
live
understanding of
for,
what it's
you know,
doing.
at
You
least-
need
at
self-defense
least an hour.
skills.
I
I'm saying,
see.
but how long I'll go.
I have to work a lot harder than the others.
In
Really like
service
to
of
play with
others,
some of the Saints,
their
so
existence is forgiven.
y'all
Let's see if you're
got the
worthy.
game,
We
please
will
let me
fight,
know. I'm
and we
making
will
you,
win.
space
I'll
for it
shoulder
in
the
Discord.
burden. Limits? Surpass them.
That's all I can do for now. Counting on you.
Be
Plus,
active on this game.
Ultra!
Especially when obviously it's new, be fun, something different.
What's up?
Curious.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. Which dog are you?
I refuse to let you have your way. I'll seize it.
What's the point of restoring this fake society?
So, hero, what do you want to do to me?
You will never amount to anything in this
You
world!
were crying back there!
Keep cursing the weakness inside of you.
Wounded heroes really are the most frightening animals.
Not once in my entire life
Your fight is over.
have I gone into battle expecting to lose.
I won't allow you to hurt anybody else.
Alright, no, this is like 12 minutes. so
皆さんこんにちは
Okay, 'cause I'm like, babe,
僕
what's
の
going
ヒーロ
on?
ーアカデミアオールズジャスティスプロデューサーの宮崎青葉です。冒頭でお見せした映像は先日公開したアナウンスメントトレーラーとなりますが、いかがでしたでしょうか。本作はプレイステーション5、Xbox シリーズ XS 版が2026年2月5日に、そして Steam 版が2月6日に発売することが決定いたしました。各プラットフォームにてただいま予約受付中となります。
It's really funny that
さて
they sold
今
us
回
with
は
extra
本作でお楽しみいただけ
HUD
る3つの大きな要素とゲーム内で体験できる各種モードの詳細を深掘りしてご紹介させていただきます。まずはストーリーモードです。現在アニメで 絶賛放送中の最終決戦をゲ
Okay, so
ー
it's
ムなら
basically
では
from
の
the
視点
final fight.
そして自分の操作を基軸に追体験することが可能となります。美麗なグラフィックと
Okay.
迫力ある
So
演
you're not
出
reliving the
で
whole
最
thing.
終
If you
決
wanna
戦
do
の感動
that,
を
you
余すことな
go
く体験しながらお楽しみいただけます。
through the game.
続いてチームアップミッションです。デクをはじめとする遊泳高校1年 A 組の生徒となり、仮想空間を舞台にした演習任務に挑戦するモードとなっています。ゲームオリジナルのシナリオをベースに1年 A 組の生徒たちを仲間として集めてチームを編成し、ヒ
They kind of
ー
did
ロ
what
ー
like
活動を体験いただけます。
Storm did, where
ま
they
た
just kind of
キ
picked
ャラク
up.
タ
They
ーそれぞれ
sometimes
の
had
個
a
性
little
を
bit
生かした
further
アク
back,
ション
but
で
they
街中を移動することができるほか、個性を使って探索やバトルを効率よく進めることが可能となっています。多人数を相手にしたバトルアクションだけでなく、パルクール移動や探し物、そして熱いバトルなどさまざまなミッションを通してこのモードならではのオリジナルシナリオ、特別な体験をお楽しみいただけます。
Oh, he's the sun character.
ま
Ah,
た
there it
チ
is.
ームアップミッショ
Depending
ン
on
中
how
は
Kaminari
課された
works,
演習任務を
I
こ
could
なして
do
いく
Aizawa,
メインミ
but
ッションに加
Stain
え、
and
街に点在するキャラクターとの会話や
That'd be cool.
そこから始まるサブミッションも楽しむことができたり、
writing that down.
街中に
so I
隠
don't
された
forget
カード
that.
を探し集めてコレクションできたりと、さまざまな体験要素が盛りだくさんとなっており
Best
ます。
teams.
先ほどのチームアップミッションをクリアすることで解放される2つのモードをご紹介いたします。まず1つ目はアーカイブスバトルです。
Okay,
この
battles,
モー
I
ドで
presume
は
you can
ボスで
save
の
them.
デク、トドロキ、イーダとステイ
Oh,
ンとの
okay. So
戦
you
い
can
や
go back.
九州でのエンデバー、ホークスとハイエンドドームとの戦いといった原作を彩る過去の象徴的なバトルを追体験することができます。作中で繰り広げられてきた過去の激戦を追体験、
Yes, I would
おさ
love
らい
to
したいという
actually.
方
I
に
actually
ご
wanted
満
to do
足いた
this.
だける
That's
よう
why I'm
に
like,
開発を進め
like
てお
you
り
know,
ま
it's
す。
cool that you can go back to the games, but the fact that you
他の
can
モード
get
よ
in
り
them
も
here,
歯応えのあるバ
that's
トルや
that's
このモードでしか
that's
体験でき
value.
な
I
い
like that.
特別な遊びもご用意しておりますので、
because
ぜひ
basically
挑戦してみ
the
ていた
game
だきた
itself
いで
is
す。
telling us that it's focusing on the
そ
main
して2つ
story,
目は
but
ヒー
it's
ローズ
giving
ダイ
us
ア
the
リーです。
advantage of also being able to
こ
go
こでは
back
遊
with
泳高
flashbacks
校
and fight.
1年 A 組の生徒たちの知られざる日常を描いたゲームオリジナルのエピソードをちょっとした探索やバトル、パ
Okay,
ル
so
ク
you
ー
get
ル移動
little.
などを交えつつ、
Okay, yeah,
ボイ
that's
ス
kind
付
of
きでお
that
楽し
happens
みい
in
た
a
だけます
lot。of anime games. They give you
デクと
little
爆豪の
extras.
訓練からミネタ、アシド、コーダといった意外な組み合わせで挑む演習など、さまざまなエピソードがあるため、キャラクターた
Honestly,
ちの
yeah,
新たな一面
this is
を
kind of
発
doing
見で
exactly
きる
what I
かもしれ
wanted
ま
it
せ
to
ん。
do. I'm getting all
彼
the
らの意
information
外な
at
一面に
once,
触
and
れ
it's
て、
not being
ヒ
like
ーローアカデミ
filtered
ア
at
の
me.
成長や
mm.
個性あふれる
As much
両
as I
アカの
love
世界
trailers
観へ
for
の理解
games,
を
sometimes
深
that
めて
shit
いた
is
だければと
annoying.
思います。最後に本作のバトルシステムについてご紹介します。まずはおさらいとなりますが、本作は最大3対3でバトルすることができ、戦況に応じてキャラクターをチェンジさせて戦いながら勝利を目指していきます。キャラクターをチェンジしながらコンボをつなげていくことはもちろん、例えば相手の攻撃をガードしているタイミングでチェンジすることで攻撃の隙を突くことも可能です。さらに攻撃がガードされたタイミングでチェンジをすることで自分の攻撃の隙をカバーしたりするなど、さまざまな使い方をすることができます。攻撃の隙を攻撃がガードされたタイミングでチェンジをすることで自分の攻撃の隙をカバーしたりするなど、さまざまな使い方をすることができます。キャラクターチェンジを使いこなして戦局を有利に運んでいきましょう。また本作はターゲットコンボ、カウンター攻撃、ガード不能攻撃の4つの基本アクションをベースにバトルが繰り広げられます。4つの基本アクションにはそれぞれじゃんけんのような強弱の相互関係があり、読み合いを制してコンボをつないでいくことができます。先手を取られた場合は回避アクションやカウンター攻撃を使って相手の攻撃をいなすといった駆け引きも可能です。こうした基本アクションをベースに各キャラクターの個性を踏襲した個性技やプルスウルトラゲージを貯めることで繰り出すことができる強力な超必殺技プルスウルトラなどが掛け合わさり、両若らしいバトルを体感することができます。またプルスウルトラゲージが2つ以上
I'm okay
溜
with
ま
that.
って
Let
い
me
れ
pause
ば
right there. No, because there was a moment where like, you know, I didn't think I was gonna be liking the game because it doesn't have a cinematic finish, but if it has even just that, it will do. Like I can live with that. I would like a quick little 5 to 10 minute cutscene, but even if it's just that, like, hey, I said my theme, quote or whatever, and then I finish you off, I'm cool with that. Like it still gives you a little bit of sauce at the end, so that's cool. No, it's important to have those things, I think. And I was talking to somebody earlier who doesn't really even play the game. He's like, no, that's important for him as well. So it's just like, no, I'm glad they added that. That's all I was gonna say.
味方キャラクターと超必殺技をつないでいくプルスウルトラコンボ、こちらを使用することが可能です。よりド派手な攻撃を決められるチャンスでもありますので、プレイ中は画面上のゲージ進捗などもくまなくチェックしてみてください。さらに本作ではバトル中に攻撃を当てたり受けたりすることでたまるライジングゲージというものがございます。ライジングゲージがマックスになるとゲージを消費して超強化モードに入るライジング、こちらが発動可能となります。ライジング発動中は個性技やパラメーターが大きく評価され、ライジングアクションが使用できるようになるほか、ライジングアビリティといった特殊効果が発揮されるようになるなど、大きくプレイ体感が変わるキャラクターもいますので、ぜひ自分のバトルスタイルに合うキャラクターを探してみてください。またバトル中に味方が倒されて最後の1キャラクターになると、ライジングより強化されたアルティメットライジングが自動発動し、不利な状況からも逆転を狙うことが可能となります。ここまで聞くとからも逆転を狙うことがアルティメットライジングが自動発動し、不利な状況からも逆転を狙うことが可能となります。ここまで聞くと本作のバトルシステムが複雑で難しいと思ってしまった方もいらっしゃるかもしれません。でも大丈夫。なぜって、本作には初心者にも優しいノーマル操作モードを実装しているからです。本作のバトルにはノーマル操作とマニュアル操作の2つの操作モードがございます。ノーマル操作モードは初心者やアクションゲームが苦手な方にもおすすめの操作モードで、1つのボタンを連打しているだけで個性技やキャラクターチェンジ、プルスウルトラなどを自動でつないでくれます。またキャラクターチェンジやプルスウルトラ発動といった項目単位でオート機能のオンオフを細かく設定することが可能になっており、操作に慣れてきたら自分のペースでアクション体験の操作感覚を調整していくこともできるようになっております。ご自身でコンボを編み出したい方はマニュアル操作モードをお勧めいたします。マニュアル操作の場合、技やコンボをすべて自分で選択して繰り出すことになるため、より本格的なアクション操作や自分だけのコンボ攻撃をお楽しみいただくこともできます。オフライン対戦では CPU やご友人との熱いバトルをお楽しみいただくことができ、オンライン対戦では全国のライバルと腕を競い合うことができます。バトルの勝敗によって増減するポイントを使ったランキング機能も搭載しておりますので、ぜひ発売後は超使ったランキング機能も搭載しておりますので、ぜひ発売後は頂点を目指してランキングに挑戦してみてください。またカスタマイズ機能も大変充実しております。各キャラクターのコスチュームやバナーだけでなく、バトル開始や勝利時のモーションなどを変更できるキャラクターカスタマイズや称号やエンブレム、ハッドバナーにボイスまで豊富にカスタマイズが可能なプレイヤーカスタマイズといった2つのカスタマイズ要素がございます。特にボイスは本作で新規収録したオリジナルのものを各キャラクター多数実装しております。
Okay, I'll do it. Yes. Even if you give me everything you've got, you'll never beat me.
Thank you.
Dope. I'm gonna shit on
自
these
分だけの
people.
お気に入りのカスタマイズを見つけて
Nah,
友
man,
達や
that's crazy.
オンラインのライバルにアピールしてみてください。
I'm gonna get my ass beat. I
さ
already
て
know a few
本
times,
作は現
but
在
I have a
通
feeling
常
I'm
版
gonna
に
get
加え
pretty good
ま
at
し
this
て
game.
シーズンパスを含んだデラックスエディションやアルティメットエディションなど
I can see all
さ
the
まざまな
tactics I
販売
like.
形
You
態を
already
用意してお
mentioned
り
mind
ますので
games.
チェックしていただければ幸いです。
Yeah, okay, that's kind of heat.
またパッケージ版早期購入特
Why were
典
they teasing him
ダウン
like
ロード版
this?
プレオーダー特典といたしましては プレイヤブルキャラクターの早期解放をご用意しております。早期解放キャラクターの詳細については後日公開予定ですので、続報にご期待ください。それでは今回はこの辺りで締めくくりたいと思います。最後までご視聴いただき誠にありがとうございました。今後も僕のヒーローアカデミアオールズジャスティスをどうぞよろしくお願いいたします。
Okay.
Izuku Midoriya, I now realize that tragedy engenders true strength. Don't you agree? Sorry I'm late. But we're here now.
Need some saving, pal? Yeah! We heard you were fighting hard to stop this loser. So we got our butts in gear to help.
When we saw our friend fighting, we had to come.
Standing back was never an option.
As long as we're here, we'll keep on fighting!
We've already come this far, so why not see it through to the end? Imagine if we just sat on the sidelines watching. If we didn't take action, then how could we call ourselves heroes? Fear not, because we are here!
Okay, why does it actually sound so hard with him? Like, he's not even. No, he can be kind of cool.
Just as you need ours.
Isn't it a friend's job to reach out and help them?
Show some guts!
Get it done! We will support how we can.
I'm gonna let you have it.
I feel like Zero is gonna be kind of cool.
Izuku Midoriya. It's your weakness. It spurs these vermin to keep standing back up so doggedly. Do your best.
You got this!
Fight! Got this!
Dope. Dope, dope. What's the full version of Globku? I wonder if he's like overpowered or if he's actually like, underpowered because he doesn't have all of his. He's like losing his powers. I'm curious to see. If I start crying, y'all ain't gonna judge me. Y'all can put it in the comments, but I might cry from this game. I don't know. Nah, the ending made me not sad, but like tearful because it was like that shit always hits me like right here in the chest, bro. You too can be. I started rewatching the show, so is this all the characters that it looks like? Homie's moving like Spider-Man. Nah, for real. Why are you taking Spider-Man references right now? Nah, I see you. See, I heard today that we didn't get this costume though, so that's kind of interesting. They got the model for it. I wonder if we can get him. That's cool. The way he just opened his hand at the end there, that's very My Hero. That's cool. Alright, nothing crazy there. One last smash and a full roster. Honestly, I'm kind of looking forward to
This is where it all ends. I'm going to stop you. Whatever it takes! We will fight, and we will win! I'm ready for whatever you've got. Let's put an end to this!
I'm the one who will stop you. I won't let you destroy any more innocent lives. Give me everything you've got. Am I doing it right, Shoto?
To save as many people as I can, we're gonna take the win!
All for one! I'm your final boss!
I'll do
Midoriya. Ever since that day, you have been my hero.
This is the end for you!
Honestly, it's crazy that how little they're showing, because they've shown a lot of these scenes over again and like a lot of the trailers, like watching it back to back,
You
it's
are
like
not
obvious
needed
to
in my
see.
story.
Literally, same thing I'm just talking about. But it's just, it's not.
With this inherited
I
power
know that
and
some people
spirit,
have shown me matches, so that makes it better. But yeah, I'm definitely gonna watch the review so I can see more.
I've got to defeat
I think it was like a Globku. Yeah, exactly. Boom.
It's a dog-eat-dog world. Which dog are you?
This will of fire burns within me.
It is my job to mend the unruly.
you tried to look cool, but you look
He's so
pathetic!
I'll be
crazy.
watching. Let's go.
We can do it!
I will become an excellent hero!
I need to be like Mirio and the others.
Oh,
I'll win this for everyone's sake!
To destroy everything. That conviction will never change.
Son,
You're still in this, right?
Son Eater.
I am the protector of Tomura Shigaraki.
I'll carve a path forward.
I want to make everyone smile.
I'll fight to repay him.
Got this,
And
Jinzo.
Lady Naga should be really cool, especially with the Skywalk if they gave it to
See the
her.
heroism of the support force!
I like the just her
Wishikatsu's got guts, you know?
and
I
the
want to see
Winda.
the future we make.
I loved him. He was a
I
little
would
slow,
never
but he was
lose
cool. Yeah, him. I guess we have to have him, but
Let's
honestly, I'm like,
do
we could
this!
have
We're
done
gonna win!
Won't fall and I
His
won't
technique
break.
disgusts me.
I want to be a hero too.
Oh, he's got that now
Expect the
too. Yeah,
unexpected.
he might be.
I
he
won't
might be
show
the
you
one.
any mercy!
Midnight, R.I.P. She was a real one.
I must be the one to do this.
I'll put an end to your superficial peace. Glory is reserved for those who have touched darkness.
And this is gonna be a real drag.
If not
Pops is
now,
fast.
then when?
It's time for a fifth fist!
Initiate Jetburn!
Todoroki, because of you, I'm the person I've always wanted to be.
Emergency
You're
exit.
never gonna get to me. Sometimes we have to do things we don't like. I will race to find the lost.
I don't want to have regrets anymore! I won't be tied down by your rules.
I'll shine brighter.
Heroes always win in the end!
Let's see what's stronger, attack or defense.
What do you think of the new suit? Cool, right?
Let's find out if you're a real one or fake. For a brighter future.
Please, just blow the hell up!
Hey, Shiloh.
Explode!
That's what I'm
isn't your
saying.
fault.
No, thank you, Shiloh. Exactly.
our story.
I thought
This
I,
is my
I'm
story
surprised we
now.
have so
We
little
villains also
Class
put our lives
B
on the line.
representatives. I mean, granted, I'm glad we have all of Class A. Super cool. But I am surprised we don't have much of Class B because, especially like we have the whole other high school, and all we get is Tetsu
Run!
and the hand girl,
Show you my best.
and I think there's one other. So just
Let's settle this straight.
I'm not trying to sound ungrateful, but
You're no demon lord.
that plant girl with the hair
Young
vines was
Midoriya,
pretty cool. You
That
could
day,
put her
you
in
dove into the fight.
with like a binding
A
technique,
spark
you know.
was ignited in me.
But anyway,
Anyone make
maybe
her
they'll
cry
put
again?
some Class B character that's like popular.
Let's fight to the death.
He was a cool
Let's
character.
kill tonight.
I want to see how they do
A
fights.
magic show for the ages. The superhuman
Also, Mr. Compress should be pretty cool.
I will protect
Dobby really
everyone.
doesn't. He doesn't. He's not my
Been a
favorite.
while
Like,
since
I'm
you
sure
showed
there's
both
some
scenes
things
of
that
action. Violence is a form of freedom.
toxic. I just know that. Like, 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 wipe my words. They're gonna be
The
toxic.
symbol of peace.
We are what's next.
You see, ever since that day, you have been my hero.
That's peak. That's peak. Alright, let's check out the review. I don't want to get spoiled on anything, but...
My Hero Academia All's Justice is the third game in the One's Justice series, and the one that wraps up the My Hero Academia story with the biggest single-player offering the series has ever had, and a complete overhaul to its combat system. That said, not every game mode is a smash hit, and it has a few performance issues that could end up being its downfall. My name's Globku, and this is my review for My Hero Academia All's Justice.
Well, we want to know these things, because... Yeah. This shit happens.
All's Justice is now a 3v3 tag arena fighter, a big evolution from their previous formula, but the format isn't the only thing that evolved. The overall game feels snappier, a lot less floaty than its prequels, and they were able to accomplish this not only by making some actions quicker, but also by removing double jump and dash cancels from the game, as well as adding a fast descent option for every character. These changes make the game a lot more grounded than before, which significantly changes a lot of game plans even for returning characters. Speaking of characters, the game boasts an impressive 68 character roster at launch, 19 of which are brand new, but even returning characters got heavily adjusted. And the reason why the roster is so impressive is because every character is very unique. In a world filled with anime arena fighters, what makes All's Justice special is that characters don't follow a very strict formula, where once you learn how to play one of them, you kind of know how to play all of them. All's Justice takes a very different approach for every single character. Tokoyami, for example, is a stance character that plays completely different depending on where Dark Shadow is. The new All for One has slow attacks, but really big zoning tools that can be overwhelming if you give them space. Uraraka doesn't feel like she has anything special unless she has the space to summon rocks that she can spend on certain attacks, massively buffing her combo damage. There are a ton of gimmicks for you to learn in this game, and if that feels overwhelming, they do have the usual easy control schemes where you can just mash one button to make stuff happen. But to me, a lot of the beauty in this game comes from understanding what each one of these characters can do, and that's just something you don't get if you only play with auto combos. Speaking of combos, the removal of dash cancels has definitely made them a lot simpler and a lot shorter. If you're coming from One's Justice 2 or other arena fighters, you may feel a bit restricted by what a single character can do. But with the addition of tag, you can still build really long combos as long as you're willing to spend the resources. In fact, the tag system is absolutely wild and gives you a ton of freedom. Not only can you tag at any moment during a combo, it's also an incredible pressure tool, because something as simple as hitting the attack button once and tagging will have the main character finish the full combo before leaving the screen, giving your second character plenty of time to do whatever they want. Or if you're playing a zoner, you can absolutely confirm from a long range hit, as the next character will show up right in the opponent's face when tagged like this. It's an extremely powerful ability on offense, but also on defense, since you can tag while blocking an attack as well. And that way, you can punish an opponent who was simply trying to apply pressure. Because it's so powerful in both offense and defense, it becomes a battle for resources, making it very valuable for both players to keep all three characters alive. And on top of that, the game also has a new rising system. This is a unique power-up that's different for every character. It may enhance your quirks, open up new combo routes, apply full screen effects, completely transform your character. Well, there are 68 characters and everyone has a different rising, so I could go on forever. They really went wild with every character in Rising, giving them something that fits their quirks in the show, and also feels very powerful in the game. To balance this power, you become unable to tag out. A character in Rising has to play solo for its whole duration, but they also feel like a boss character most of the time, so it's very appropriate. Tag and Rising made me fall in love with this new game systems. It has made discovering even old characters something very enjoyable again, but at the same time, I often felt discouraged from doing too much. Using tag during combos seemed to heavily skill them, but even without tag, combos still have a hard damage cap. You can't deal more than 80% of a health bar on any given combo, a limit that was already present in One's Justice before. But now that we have 3 health bars instead of just 1, I thought they might let Touch of Death combos rock. On one hand, it feels like they want us to go absolutely wild with tag and rising, but on the other, they are discouraging us from doing so in combos given how aggressive the skilling can be. At the end of the day, that just changes the game plan a little little bit, you're usually better off saving your resources for a 2 or 3 touch scenario rather than trying to go all out the first time you touch a character. But that's the combat system of All's Justice. In my opinion, a big upgrade from the previous games and definitely the main reason to check out the sequel. That said, to use these systems, you need some content. So let's talk game modes. All's Justice has 4 single-player game modes, an incredible offering. We have Story Mode, retelling the story of the final war, just like the anime. Team Up Mission, which is an original story set in a virtual space where Deku and 2 classmates can free roam and pick up side missions. Archive Battle, which is a collection of the main battles before the final arc. And Hero's Diary, which features some short stories between Class 1A members. All of these modes can be accessed via your phone or by walking around this central hub where there's actually some gameplay too. It's got battles, collectibles, and more. But let's start with the game modes that I loved, which were Story Mode and Archive Battle. These feel like more traditional story modes. It's a series of battles, often with unique conditions, and many stages. There are
let me know if you're available on
It's got some great CG cutscenes in between fights. They also have slideshows, which they make as active as possible, but it still has quite a few. But since we got a lot more proper cutscenes than previous games, it doesn't really feel like a slideshow festival. I loved how challenging these game modes were too. Archive Battle, you really feel like it still has quite a few, but since we got a lot more proper cutscenes, which they make as active as possible, but it still has quite a few. But since we got a lot more stages that are exclusive to these modes. It's got some great CG cutscenes in between fights. They also have slideshows, which they make as active as possible, but it still has quite a few. But since we got a lot more proper cutscenes than previous games, it doesn't really feel like a slideshow festival. I loved how challenging these game modes were too. Archive Battle gives you a timer and encourages you to beat these encounters in under a minute. Getting these times was a lot of fun. And the final battles of Story Mode have some very unique gimmicks, like choosing which quirk buttons to give up on the battle against Shigaraki, for example. And then one of the toughest battles I have ever played in anime games. They really set out to make a proper challenge with this final all-for-one fight. It is awesome, and not everyone that gets this game is gonna be able to clear it. They went all out. But what they set up to be the main single-player game mode is Team Up Mission. It's by far the biggest and most complex game mode, but unfortunately, I thought this one was very inconsistent. In this game mode, Deku and the others are training for the final battle in a virtual reality space, but the training ends up being somewhat predictable. They've created missions using Deku's past battles as a basis, and so every mission you will have a different teacher playing the role of a villain, or they make AI versions of that same villain for you to fight against. Gameplay ends up being very repetitive because the story formula is also very repetitive, and the occasional race or side quest isn't really enough to break that pattern. In fact, side quests only make that pattern worse because they are randomized every time you start a new mission, which means there will be a lot of repeated quests. If you want to get all of those mission scores up to S rank, you will be repeating a lot of content. It feels like they knew this, so you can just choose to resolve any side quests with an assist character, but obtaining the assist characters is also a side quest that is also randomized, so you'll more than likely have to do the same ones multiple times. Even with the skip button, it feels like the game constantly needs you to slow down as it goes into a loading screen every time you do anything. And these are frequent and long enough to be very annoying. Not to mention some horrible performance issues on PlayStation 5, where changing the time of day completely freezes the game for a few seconds, or some missions that just run really poorly. On top of that, every time there's a combat encounter, enemies start with super armor, and you must first deplete their stamina bar to break it. It happens every single time, and it's not a fun gimmick to deal with. Now, it's not all bad. The game mode offers some fun group battles. They also have different free-roaming abilities for all Class 1A members. Even if this world is not the most fun to explore, it's cool to live out the fantasy of a hero traversing the town to try to help someone. And there are some challenges that I really enjoyed outside the missions, especially the challenge gyms. This is where you'll have some extreme battle challenges with some very specific battle conditions, and they are really hard to clear. You also have some race courses specifically built for each character, which forced me to master movement with every one of them. These gyms prove that the developers know how to make some fun challenges with these systems, but unfortunately, that's all on the side. The main missions and the way the game mode is structured felt like it overstayed its welcome, which is a shame because it really is treated like the main single-player game mode. Not only because it's super long, but it's also where you unlock Archive Battle, as well as Hero's Diary, the final single-player game mode we need to talk about. Hero's Diary is a much simpler game mode with some short stories with the students. Gameplay is very minimal here. Sometimes you'll have a battle, sometimes you'll have a quick and easy platforming challenge. It's a very casual game mode with stories that I could only classify as filler quality. There's an impressive number of them about finding cats. I think it's a game mode that's only going to be appreciated by the really hardcore My Hero fans. For everyone else, this is a safe game mode to skip. Except for the Ida story. I thought that one was really funny, so I'd say it's worth checking out. But that's their single player offering. I thought overall, it's a very complete packaging. One that I wish many other anime games had too. But I do think they didn't quite stick the landing with their main game mode. Still, I had a lot of fun attempting those gyms and clearing both story mode and archive battle. That content alone has given me enough single player satisfaction. I also had a lot of fun trying out online versus. For versus mode, both online and offline, there are only 9 stages, which is odd given how many stages are playable in the single player modes. Maybe performance was an issue once again. I do remember some of those battles straight up running at 30 frames per second. But out of the 9 stages, I would say only 3 are actually fun to play in. They throw a lot of obstacles in a lot of these stages and different platform levels, as well as uneven terrain. And all of that can cause issues and randomness during battles that are supposed to be as competitive as possible, especially in ranked matches. On top of that, the game's performance issues also extend to online and offline versus, even with this selection of versus stages. Some interactions between characters or rising effects will cause screen freezes and frame dips, sometimes during crucial moments, and that's always frustrating to deal with. Netcode is once again delay-based. Now, biking does make some of the best delay-based netcode I've ever experienced, but it is still delay-based netcode. My testing with this game was limited, but I did try some cross-region matches, and the netcode still felt really solid. I'm definitely more worried about the performance than the netcode this time around. Ranked also has some very odd choices in this game. First of all, your filters are very limited. You can only restrict matchmaking for region and whether you want to allow red players or not. They don't really go into detail on what red players are. I'm guessing it's rage quits, but I don't know. These limited filters matter a lot because once you enter matchmaking, you don't get to accept or reject an opponent based on their connection. It just starts the match no matter who it found. On top of that, neither you nor your opponent get to pick the stage. It is completely random every time. So you may end up in a stage that you don't like every single match. Okay, and you can also rematch after your first game is done, up to 4 matches in total, which means the set could very well just end in a 2-2 draw. Lots of questionable decisions here, but at the very least, it's a real ranked system now. After you clear those first few ranks, you do lose points for every loss. Unlike Was Justice 2, we actually have a real ranked system. The game also comes with lobbies, complete with spectator mode, but only the lobby leader can set players up to play. Like, the players that join just have to wait for the party leader to make all of the decisions. So even that side is a bit odd, but the lobbies are fully functional outside of that. I had no issues with them, even as people disconnected, as long as it wasn't the lobby leader. The lobby did not break. To prepare for these online matches, you're probably going to want to hit training mode, which is very similar to One's Justice 2, which means it's serviceable, but not the ideal training mode. I do appreciate the quick actions on the D-pad to clear assist cooldowns or to refill meters quickly without having to open the menus. The damage display, however, looks like a dev tool. For some reason, it is really ugly. But that's the online. A few weird choices, but feels fully functional for the most part. I do worry about the performance side of things, and I already know I'm gonna curse my matches every time I get a stage I don't like, which is most of them actually. Last but not least, most of the unlockables in this game are all about customization, which you can take offline or online. So let's take a deep dive into it.
Customization.
There's a lot you can customize in All's Justice. That said, if you're expecting the level of customization that One's Justice used to offer, that has unfortunately been cut in favor of things that I don't think players will value as much. For instance, you can customize your HUD, changing the way your health bars look, as well as equip some emblems to put on the side of the screen, and a phrase that goes on top of your name that you can also customize. This would be fine for me if it stayed on the player that picked those options, but you have to live with your opponent's choices too. And it's not just that I like a cleaner HUD. Some of these health bars are so noisy that they actually make certain elements harder to see. Like this icon that Stain has under his health bar when he's in Rising, it becomes really hard to spot at a glance when playing against this opponent. When it comes to characters, they now have a bunch of preset outfits you can pick, and I'd say there's a good variety of colors and styles per character. Most of the costumes you'd want are in-game, like pre-amputee Mirko, the student outfit, Lady Nagant's long hairstyle. I didn't spot Vigilante Deku, that's
had her
one big omission, and it is especially odd since you can actually play with it during Archive Battle, and it was a free outfit during One's Justice 2. But other than that, you can customize each character's pose during the intro and victory screens, some voice lines, and even what their banner looks like when you pick them as a part of your team. I also like how this game remembers your control preferences for each character once you pick them once. Unfortunately, it does not save those preferences once the game is restarted. As someone who doesn't play with default controls, this means that I have to change my preferences every time I boot up the game on every character that I decide to play with during that session. An easy way to circumvent this would be having a setting in the options menu where you can set what the default controls are for every character. I like playing with manual controls on hold style, and it's honestly really annoying having to change this on every character every time I boot up the game. While in the options menu, it is still very weird that turning down the music slider does not completely turn off the music. It always stays present, just at a lower volume, and I always found that odd. It was also in the previous games. I don't know why they're still doing this. Finally, the game comes with full English and Japanese voiceovers, and a lot of this game is completely voiced. I did try both options over the course of my playthrough, and I really enjoyed both versions. With that said, it's time to score this game. If you're new here, we use letters for our scores from F, which is really bad, to A, which is really good, and this is my score for My Hero Academia: MHAAJ Justice.
Was I able to save you?
It's the best One's Justice game by far. It has a really solid single-player offering that many anime games wish they had. Shame the centerpiece isn't as good as it needed to be to fully deliver, but every game mode put together makes a really awesome package for My Hero fans. I love the changes to the combat system, even with my issues with the hard scaling limits. And the roster is one of the most impressive I've ever seen in any anime game. 68 characters, all with incredibly unique playstyles. Very few anime games can pull that off. That said, it has some weird decisions surrounding online play and ranked, which are going to make this a frustrating game to grind, thanks to the limited matchmaking settings and the random stage selection, given how many stages are actually bad for competitive play. But the biggest issue by far is the performance issues on PlayStation, which is usually the most active platform. Once players really learn how to play this game and they start pressing more buttons, we're gonna see frame dips more and more often, and that may very well be this game's downfall. But that's my review for My Hero Academia: MHAAJ Justice. I've got a lot more content coming out in the next few days, including a new daily series, a big launch tournament next week, and of course DLC coverage once that gets announced. So for all things MHAAJ Justice, make sure you're subscribed to the channel. And as always, thank you very much for watching. My name's Globku, and I'll see you next time.
Globku.
Boy.
Okay. Alright, so I mean, we got that. We heard what we needed to hear. What am I doing right now? Yeah. Okay. So that was dope. Pretty much literally got everything we needed to know in an hour. that was kind of the goal. It's no, yeah, no, the game looks cool, it looks fun. Let me lower this down until in case it's too loud. I'm still trying to figure out all my settings. Bear with me, guys, because trying to make this not too loud for you guys, but also not. Oh, hello. No, get back here. But no, literally we have 25 hours before we can start playing the game. So soon enough. I'll probably I work tomorrow, so after work I'll take a nap, a fat nap, so I can just play the game. Probably gonna be hype as hell, maybe a little caffeinated. And we're gonna get into some matches. We're probably not gonna do that great, gonna do some training. Definitely feel free to hop in, join the Discord if you can, so that way we can, you know, I think I'm thinking about having a little like a, you know, lobby session where, you know, just the subs and, you know, we have a casual little powwow amongst each other. I'm gonna check and see if the squad has a game. I believe Brave said he was getting the game, so that was cool. I would love to see if Saku's getting it as well. I think so. So that'd be cool. So yeah, might boot up the game soon on a live stream. But I know I am going to on Friday. The question is how long. Might do it also on Saturday. Sunday I know I'm not going to be in, but that's cool. And I might also do it on Monday because I'm also free. So that's just the question. But let me know what you guys think about the game. I'm super excited. and I'll be touching it more in the next few days. I'm also gonna likely do Globku's tournament. I actually meant to sign up, but yeah, I'm gonna do that probably in the next day or two. But yeah, let me know what you guys think. Thank you guys so much for watching.